Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That's where I dive deeper into all of these subjects, topics, areas, looking for potential investment opportunities, sharing those opportunities with all of the members in the community. We've got a Discord channel that people talk back and forth with between members and myself. We've got midweek updates and we've got weekend question and answer sessions that are recorded and put onto the website that you can view at any time. You can even view previous conversations that we've had in the past. Mayday coupon is still active and it's 50% off the first month, only the first month for the monthly membership, and a larger discount on the yearly membership for anyone who wants to join the yearly membership, either monthly to yearly or a brand new member. Let's dive in. Let's take a look. We'll start with the dollar here. The dollar is moving on higher. That is most likely accompanied by an increase in interest rates. There's the short-term movement going on up. So if we back out a little bit, are we getting a move higher that's going to turn, or are we going to back out and break and move on higher? I do not know that answer. I wish I knew it, but all I can say is in the short term, it looks real strong. Looks like the move could continue. The move started at this bullish piercing reversal candlestick, and we've been moving on higher. Interest rates continuing to move higher. They do look good. The 2-year curling on up. Longer term, where are we going to? Are we going to come back up and turn, or break on out and move on higher? I do not know that answer, but we will watch it together on here, and we can figure out where we're going to go. But right now, it looks strong to move higher, or yields look good to move higher. The 10-year moving on up, pretty strong day today. It finished real strong too, so that looks good to move higher. There we are. We've got the breakout and then the move, counter move. And I don't know if we're going to come up here and do some sort of reversal turn. Very possible. Then we've got the 30-year also moving on higher today. 1.36% moving on up. And I do think that a lot of this could be driven by the price of oil. Usually when oil goes up, yields go up and the dollar goes up. They all kind of go up together. There could also be the fear of oil going up that could impact this. Remember, this is the it's the herd trying to put together what they think will occur over the next 12 to 18 months. And if we do get war, that could be higher oil prices. Very well could be. TYX TNX ratio heading a little bit lower. This is the yield curve coming back a little bit. And again, I said we've got a long runway for this to go higher, but that doesn't mean we have to go higher. We could stay low for a while. That is a possibility, not stating that that's my opinion, but it is a possibility. And if oil does start to move here, that very well could stay inverted. We've got bond prices moving a little bit lower, and that is continuing today with yields up and bond prices. And that does look like we could continue lower in the short term. Maybe we do a retest move back here off of the breakout that we got earlier in July. So maybe we have a return move here. We've got the 2 and 10. It is flat today, but it does look like it wants to go higher, which means that we could invert the curve. Wait, I thought we were going to get a recession, yield curve uninverts, unemployment goes up, all of those things. This is tough. This is the tough read. The yield curve has been uninverting. And now, to me, just in this box here, it looks like we are starting to change that tune where we could invert the curve again. What does that mean? Well, it just means that maybe inflationary pressures are coming back. And those inflationary pressures may have an impact on how the yield curve behaves, and we'll see how that behaves. The gold price, irrespective of a stronger dollar and yields, was actually up $8.2 per ounce today. This still looks like a flag pattern that could potentially break higher with a bullish engulfing in the middle of it. So I actually think it looks good to go higher still, irrespective of what the dollar and interest rates are doing. I'm also seeing strength over in silver. Silver was up 1.35% today. We're up against resistance. And hopefully we can break that 3250 level and start working our way on up. Again, this is against a stronger dollar, stronger yields. It looks very strong, is what I'm saying. Because when unfavorable conditions come and gold and silver are continuing to rip, that paradigm is shifting, where weaker yields, weaker dollar is good for gold and silver. And I'm in the camp that we will see this shift, where people do not want to own bonds and they want to own gold and silver. And that, I think, is a very important paradigm shift in the markets to get that. Platinum down a little bit, down about 1%, still below that ugly resistance trend line that we've got above us, the blue line there. Still underneath it. And then palladium down a little bit. We were down earlier today, but we're bouncing off this support level that I drew in there a little while ago. And that does look like it's trying to turn here. Maybe it moves sideways for a little bit and bases out. GDX down 2%, GDXJ down 2%, and then SILJ down 1%. All of those moving on back with the miners up against resistance for SILJ, up against a little bit of resistance here for GDXJ and GDX. We've got that upper trend line that we're trying to break through. But you know what? Longer term, just sit and wait. Sit and wait and let this thing work its way on up with the price of gold and silver, the metals themselves. We've got XAU to gold ratio. It did pull back a little bit today. There we are pulling on back, but we are still above the big trend line in the long term. So I do think this will go higher. Just be patient, guys. Be patient. I do think it will work its way on up. Crude oil, absolutely smoking it today, 5.3%. I think Biden or somebody came out with, I don't know, some sort of Israeli response to Iran and all this other stuff. I don't know about all that. All I can say is we were up 5.3%. It does look kind of like a double bottom here with a top here, and we broke out to the upside. We very well could work our way on up. Fair value, given commercial inventory levels, probably around the low 80s is probably where it's at. High 70s, low 80s. So we have a long way to go higher to get to fair value based off inventories. And if we continue to draw throughout the year, that's just going to add extra pressure. If they do something to Iran's, oil infrastructure, the price of oil is going to go up dramatically. So I don't see a huge downside risk buying it down here and having it go up, maybe even way past $100 a barrel. I don't know what gets damaged or what could happen, but we'll have to wait and see. TTF gas also up 2.82% today. We're getting up against that resistance line, that awesome resistance line I drew in earlier, and I think we will work our way on up. Energy is going to be, I think, one of the best investments over the next 10 years. Nat gas, coal, nuclear, everything, uranium, all of it. Nat gas in America up 2.84%. It's breaking up outward of that little flag pattern that we've got today, or that was established before today, I should say. And we're continuing to work our way on up. It looks really good for nat gas. We've got our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, finally getting some response here. So we broke the downtrend line, and now we're elongating these green candlesticks. We had a bullish engulfing here. That was the start of the move. We broke out of the downtrend, and we were starting to elongate. I think we could, I'd like to see this have some legs underneath it to run. I really like to see this break. And if we break that, that is a shoulder head shoulder on the monthly and a bullish engulfing that generally works its way on up. Again, guys, I'm already extremely bullish on oil. With gold running already, crude oil just follows it. So I think we're going to go way up. And I think we have to back way out. I even think we'll break this high up here. I think we're going to go way up there. Now, that's going to take time. I'm not saying it does it this year. I'm just talking about the full bull market out in the late 2020s. I think we are going to go way higher. OIH also up 2.14%. Nice big bullish candlestick forming on the monthly. The weeklies is looking pretty good. Nice big bullish engulfing there on the weekly. And the daily, we are up on the day. And I'd like to see us kind of break through this resistance area and get moving on up. This is the energy service companies looking pretty good. We've got Newcastle coal futures up 0.74%. With nat gas moving higher and with AI coming and all this, I still think coal's going to go higher. It could be substantially higher. So I think coal's looking good. Sprott Uranium Trust also continuing its move higher. That looks good to continue on up 0.45%. Uranium futures pricing continuing to move higher, looking good, feeling good, says Eddie Murphy. Trading Places is the movie. URA down a little bit in terms of the little bit of selling pressure today. Same with URNM and same with URNJ, and they are. We'll see if there's any follow through with it. They're kind of smaller-ish down days. I mean, URNJ moves more elongated than the others, but we'll see. We'll see if this is a bearish or consolidation or reversal candlestick here. Copper down 2.25. And again, I think the stronger dollar and the yields moving up are going to impact some of these commodities a little bit different. But this is a bearish engulfing. We could have to lower it in the short term or consolidate sideways. COPX also getting some selling pressure down 3.8% there. We've got iron ore down just a little bit. Still looks good to go higher, in my opinion. Those are just small little candlesticks there and no reversal candlesticks. So that looks like a big double bottom going on. We've got aluminum down right at that resistance level. It is getting some resistance and we could pull on back. I do think that the interest rates and stronger dollar are having an impact on these base metals and a lot of the other, we'll call it non-energy related stuff. Nickel up 2.66%. That's looking actually pretty good. And that is that double bottom working its way on up. Looks like people are seeing what I'm seeing here in the potential double bottom. That looks good. We've got MOO, the agricultural ETF, just down a little bit, 0.88%. Still looks good to work its way on up. I do like it. And these agricultural ETFs, sometimes they move with energy, like the fertilizers and stuff like that. Emerging markets down just a little bit. Stronger dollar, stronger yields, not helping emerging markets. But I do think they'll work their way on up over time as a lot of the things that they sell will go up in price. Commodities is what I'm talking about. KRE up just a teeny bit right on support. We'll see if that support line holds. We've got TAN down 1.9. Again, stronger dollar, stronger yields. Lithium down, stronger dollar, stronger yields. REMX down 3%. It's the same thing. Baltic Dry Index down 2.5% today. Just pulling on back, and maybe we hit support again in the future. XHB down, stronger yields, but it's not a huge selling pressure candlestick, no reversal candlestick. Still looks good to go higher. It's just consolidating here. We've got Russell 2000 down 0.68, still above support. Still above support there. We've got SPX down slightly. It's still holding on at this time, still holding on. And then we've got the NASDAQ just still holding on, moving sideways too, down 0.04%. SMCI down 1%. That doesn't look that great. I mean, I wouldn't, I don't enter stocks that have fallen like this. I wait, and then I look for a bottoming pattern. So I still say that this is down or sideways. NVIDIA up 3.32. It's right against resistance. We'll see if we can break through here or if we get rejected. We've got BTC moving sideways. Still looks like it could pull back. There's no big return move. That's an inverted flag pattern to move lower. And then Ethereum down a little bit. We still have some selling pressure behind this, and we'll see where this goes in the future. So I'd still say the momentum is lower in the short term. We very well could do a retest here, and we could turn, and all we need to do is see a bullish reversal candlestick for me to change my mind. So that's what we've got for today, guys. Give me a thumb up for the content, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website if you'd like, and that's all I've got. So we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.